Hi, I'm Curt Frye. In this movie, I'd like to show you how you can share data relatively safely with consultants and people in other companies. The sample file that I'm using is an Excel workbook named Normalize, and you can download it using the link that I provide in the video description below. In this worksheet, I have data for sales for each of several products that my company makes. And if I want to bring in a consultant, I need to share my data so they have something to work with, but I don't necessarily want to give away the exact sales numbers. And one way I can do that is by normalizing my values. And rather than give an explanation and wave my hands, I will just do it so you can see what it looks like. So I'll click in cell E2 underneath normalize sales type equal. And the reference that I will start with is C2. So that is sales for the A1 size coated paper pad that my company makes. And then I will divide that by the average of the values from C2 to C9. So that will be average. And then I'll select C2 to C9. I don't want the reference to change, so I'll press F4 to make it an absolute reference, then enter. And I get 0.59. What does that mean? Well, what it means is that the value in C2 is 0.59 approximately of the average value found from C2 to C9. So I will copy this formula down until it covers E9. And I see that 24,620, which is in C3, is about 0.83 of the average. And then my largest value, 52,477, is 1.77 of the average. So that's how you can normalize sales and share the data with a consultant. However, I have found that decimal values, such as 0.59, can be difficult to work with, so I'd want to have the values be greater than 1, just easier for me to work with. But instead of multiplying by 100, I will generate a random number between 300 and 500 so that I have reasonably large numbers to work with, but they still can't be directly mapped to the actual sales. And I'll generate that number randomly. So in G2, I'll do rand between 300, 500, and enter. I get a value of 403, so I will copy that, and then Control-Shift-V to paste the value back, so the factor will be 403, and then I will edit my existing formula in E2 so that I will multiply by the value in G2. And I don't want that reference to change, so I'll press F4 and then enter. There we go. And I will click cell E2, double-click the fill handle at the bottom right corner, and the formula fills down, and I have my normalized data. And if you look from the normalized sales column back to the sales column, there is no obvious way to map one to the other. However, the proportions remain the same, and that is what can allow your consultants or the companies that you're working with to use your data and get a sense of the magnitudes involved. I hope you enjoyed this technique. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel.